Park's signature holiday celebration has some big dates coming up, and they're also gearing up for some fun wintertime hikes. Fun and wintertime and hikes usually doesn't go hand in hand, at least for me. But it's good to get outside, you know, with Mother Nature. But here to tell us all about it is Mr. Jack Fogel from Great Parks. So thank you for being here. And you brought this in, and I'm like, what in the world do we have here?
Yeah, this big contraption is basically a blown-up diorama of what the different needles of your Christmas tree might look like.
Right,
So
and you're seeing them right there.
Yeah, there are 3 different species that
Okay.
people typically use, or 3 different genuses that people typically use for their Christmas trees. We have spruces, firs, and pines.
Okay.
And if you were to, this is like if a spruce needle was like 200 times bigger than it really is, or 2,000
a real
times.
spruce needle right there.
And there's a real one right there, sprig. So
That's what we're seeing.
a spruce needle is like a square,
Okay.
and it kind of, if you roll it in your hand, you can feel it, the different edges.
Yeah.
A fir needle is kind of flat and wide, and you can
Okay.
kind of feel that if you roll it in your fingers. And then our pine needles
Okay.
are usually a bundle of really
is.
thin tube needles.
I'm messing up your little.
Yeah, that's okay. Coming from
diagram
little nodes there.
That's really cool because for kids, I mean, we think of a Christmas tree and we're like, okay, put some lights on it and a star. But when you really want to think of a Christmas tree, there's so many different kinds. So you're breaking it down for everybody.
Exactly, and you know, my favorite thing is that they smell good.
I know.
Yeah,
I was
especially
smelling
the
them earlier.
spruces.
I love the smell. Of
And even if you have an artificial tree, most of the artificial trees are modeled after one of these 3
Okay.
or all 3 at the same time. Sometimes
Yes.
you get the ones that are kind of
My dad got me a
splotchy.
Costco tree, so I'm going to go home and look at the needles and see what I have here.
Now the terminology is a little bit funky because you have evergreens, you have pines, and you have conifers.
Yes.
And that terminology can get a little bit sticky. They
Oh,
don't.
yeah.
It does not mean the same thing because sometimes you can have an evergreen that is not a pine or a conifer.
Okay.
Like a holly.
Yes.
So that evergreen just means stays green all year.
Right.
Pines are the ones with needles. That's just a specific genus. So only pine trees can be pines.
I feel like those shed the most.
They do,
Do they?
yes.
Okay.
And then we also have spruces and firs, which are evergreens, and they're not pines, but they are conifers because they make cones. And then right here, we have something that is a conifer, but it is not an evergreen.
Oh my goodness.
So it's a
Okay.
deciduous
All right. See,
conifer.
learning all
So
about the.
there's a lot of different things that can get mixed up when
here.
we're talking about Christmas.
There's a lot going on here. I
But-
didn't think there were that many. Yeah.
Yeah, it gets complicated,
You
but this
said
is
genuses, right? Genuses.
genuses, yeah.
Genus.
So,
Genus.
but this is this is something that you can learn more about at Holidays on the Farm,
Okay.
our event, our winter event, which
Awesome.
has lights, it has pony rides, wagon rides. You can meet Santa, story time with Mrs. Claus. There's
That's
a
awesome.
Christmas Carol puppet show, which is something I'm really excited about, and of
Okay.
course you can meet the animals at the farm.
Everything wrapped into one.
Yeah,
And is this every night?
it is every night from now until New Year's Eve, which is our big New Year's Eve celebration. It's silver and gold themed,
Oh,
and there is a New Year's countdown at 8:30.
Oh, nice.
Don't tell the kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
It'll be dark. They don't need to know.
Exactly, yeah. But you can really find your wild and your holiday spirit at Holidays on the Farm.
Oh, it looks so pretty. We'll see if we have any of that snow on the farm. We'll talk to Jeff to see if we get a white Christmas coming up. So that's some pretty video there. What's your favorite part real quick before we toss to break?
Well, I'm too heavy to ride on the ponies, but I love seeing the faces of the kids
Your
that ride
legs
on
would
the
drag
ponies.
down on
Yeah.
the ground. We'll get
Yeah,
you
I
some
think
roller
so.
skates. Anyways, all right. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after this quick break.